Introducing first the challenger from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, weighing in at 187 pounds, Wheeler, Yuta.
First and foremost, anybody trained by Drew Kulak, that is in and of itself a pedigree that is going to ring in your ears, that's going to make you think twice about, ooh, this guy's really coming with some serious credentials just in his teachings. But how about the fact that this is a man who is the current IWTV champion? This is a man who not only returned in victory, but could win a championship tonight.
His opponent from Southeast DC, weighing in at 228 pounds, he is the Premier Wrestling Experience Innovative Television Champion, Lucky Ali.
It was a ladder match back at Rise of the Champion 15 when Lucky Ali finally became the ITV champion. It is a match worth checking out on PWXlive.com as part of your subscription. Of course, after you've enjoyed tonight's event, and you may be either telling yourself that we're watching yet another notch in the belt of Lucky Ali, who's really been defeating Chase Owens at What Lies Beneath, defeating Chip Day, former ITV champion at Believe the Hype, and tonight, can he defeat Wheeler Yuta, a man coming in not just with a championship external to PWX, as I started to mention, defeating Owen Knight when Wheeler returned at Believe the Hype, a totally different Wheeler Yuta than we had seen back in 2015. And how about the fact that we've seen Yuta in Ring of Honor, New Japan Strong? This is a Wheeler Yuta that is incredibly accomplished and an absolute threat to the championship of Lucky Ali.
Jared Fritz drawing the assignment of this Innovative Television Championship match as the official. Calls for the bell.
Of course, Lucky Ali has had some big wins, including defeating JD Drake back at Dawn of a New Day. And of course, this was a man that had a great showing as well at the X16 2021 tournament. But it is about right this moment, guys. And as much as Lucky Ali is impressed in 2021, well, so is Wheeler Yuta.
If Lucky Ali wants to be the champion he sees in his mind, he's going to need a lot of these wins. He's on a win streak right now, ever since winning that title. But Wheeler Yuta is as quick as they come. Both these men, pound for pound, some of the strongest guys in professional wrestling.
And I'll be honest, I'm learning something right now that Lucky Ali went catch as catch can to start and has kept up with Yuta thus far, and in fact forcing Yuta to go to the ropes to make the break here.
This could bring awareness to Yuta.
This was scored on points. That was Lucky Ali.
Yep.
And in just a few short years, Lucky Ali has gotten so good. Here, PWX faithful getting behind Lucky Ali.
That's so weird to me, Trevin. Lucky Ali in the past has done some dastardly things to the PWX family, but that just shows the sign of respect that the PWX family has for some of its mainstays, like Lucky Ali.
Well, and we've definitely seen a different Lucky Ali in recent history as Wheeler Yuta in control here. You notice forcing a pin and a great bridge out. Impressive bridge out by Lucky Ali.
Incredible.
And that was the point I was starting to make, is Ali in a short period of time. Wait, another attempt. And at the last moment, getting up that shoulder. And you notice all the while here, Wheeler is forcing all his weight. You see Ali again continually having, look at this.
Full 188 pounds of Wheeler Yuta onto the legs and thighs of Ali. Cover. And back into that bridge.
True athletes. Wow.
And what it takes, the core strength of a Lucky Ali to be able to have a man forcing down those shoulders, and all the while, I think Ali knows if he makes a mistake in how he tries to escape, there's not just the pin threat, there's a submission threat at any moment with Wheeler Yuta.
And Lucky Ali, of course, cut his teeth at PWX Pure. Got to see him throughout the last few years turn into the man he's become. So excited for Pure to come back on July 10th.
Yeah, at Hebron Hall, but right now, Ali,
that's one way to get out of it.
Just unpretzeled himself and has now done the same to Wheeler Yuta.
Touche salesman.
And I got to reiterate, I am impressed thus far at the catch skills of Lucky Ali.
I think Yuta was even a little surprised by that.
Well, it's not what we normally see from Lucky.
I saw a hint of a smile on Yuta, like, all
pin.
right, you got me.
This is not how I expected this match to start.
I don't think it's how Wheeler Yuta expected it as well. And I will give Lucky Ali, if there's one thing this young man definitely has in his favor, is he's definitely unpredictable. You really don't know how Lucky Ali is going to approach a matchup. And sometimes it's not with what would appear to be the smartest strategy, like, hey, let me go after a man who's a catch wrestler with a catch offense, and, well, now that catch wrestler is taking control. But up until this moment, it's been all Lucky Ali. And you see Ali trying to find his way to the ropes. And, of course, Yuta, if there's a man who's got a command of the ring, you can see they are perfectly placed in the center of the ring, and that was all Yuta's doing.
He is a professional wrestler's professional wrestler.
And you can see Ali trying everything he can to stop Yuta, but instead Yuta keeps not just going after the, like, ooh, great counter by Ali. I was going to say the elbow was being driven into the small of the back, but now Ali grabbing the head of Yuta and finding his way back to his feet is Ali. I'm not going to lie, guys. I'm absolutely loving this game.
Oh, I'm having a blast watching this.
This is the game of human chess, to use the description from many moons ago, but accurately. And wow.
Ouchies.
Little psychological warfare coming back here from Yuta saying, not a big deal, I'm out.
Lucky Ali is used to being the one in the upper hand. Not quite yet, though.
But I got to keep saying that this is the thing with Lucky Ali. He's so good that even attempting a different style, he's hanging. He's that guy that really can surprise you, and he's surprising Wheeler Yuta right now. Beautiful slam from Ali. Pinfall.
Did you notice that slight hop from Lucky Ali as he was throwing the body slam? That was extra height for poor Wheeler Yuta to have to fall.
Yeah, and there was a 2 count right there.
Lucky Ali turned up the heat a little bit in this match. I think the time for jostling around is over. I think he wants to see some strikes pretty soon.
Yeah, and speaking of heat, you can see the sweat coming off the body of Lucky Ali. I don't believe this building has air conditioning, and if it does, we're short a second.
I was just say, I've been told that the air is cranked, but boy, I didn't feel it today.
I feel like Ace Ventura and the Rhino right now.
Yeah, it's going to be 90-plus degrees in this building, and the monkey flip tossing Yuta across the ring here. And Ali again, ooh, unique way to go after a man's neck breaker as well. Pinfall.
Those two moves attack two separate parts of the neck. Really great strategy and combo by Lucky Ali.
And our official Jared Fritz here is going to be definitely getting his work out here, trying to keep up with these two young men. And I'm very impressed that Ali did not really budge at all after that chop. And you can see Yuta, whether he wanted to or not, finding his way to the floor. Once again, we talked about it earlier, there is a 20 count here in PWX. But still our official backing off Ali. You can see a little bit of impatience from Ali coming to catch Yuta on the way into the ring. Perhaps a mistake, guys.
That was a long way for Ali to fall from that bottom rope.
And Yuta sees an opening. Yuta will absolutely take an elbow pin. See the forearm in the face during that pin from Yuta.
A little accoutrement, as they say in France.
How do you spell that?
Wrong every time.
P7.
Boot there from
Is that a
Yuta.
7 in there?
Yeah.
Catching Ali. And let me reiterate, I'm going to keep saying it. Ali's good. He's the champion for a reason. But you are facing a man that truly is a master when it comes to catch wrestling. He will see a hole, and Yuta will take advantage. The knees there, catching Ali, center of the ring. Pinfall. And the 2 count only. Absolute classic here thus far in this matchup. And I'm telling you, we've said this a couple times here in PWX. And if you doubt us, go to PWXlive.com at the conclusion of this event and look at our library. This is a match you're going to look at in a year or 2 or 3 and say, I cannot believe Lucky Ali, Wheeler Yuta faced off in a PWX ring. 2 young superstars that the sky is the limit for. We're getting the pleasure of watching this matchup right now here, Heroes and Villains.
And that's the incredible lineage of PWX, a who's who of professional wrestling.
Octopus applied.
Wow.
And now you can see Ali, not only in a submission predicament, but you have a man's weight on you. And And you got to understand, folks will often ask, well, why when you're in an octopus, if you're Lucky Ali, why don't you just drop to the mat? If you drop to the mat, you'll give away any chance of defense you have, and you could immediately be submitted because there's so much that Wheeler could do as you got to the mat.
I mean, if he hooks that leg around the neck, it's over if he falls to the mat.
But, of course, all the while you see the struggle for Ali to get to the ropes. And what do you think it took out of Lucky Ali to have, did you say it was 180 pounds?
Yeah, 188. Excuse me, 187.
As much as I'm sure the Lucky Ali could back squat a lot more than that, it's a little different when the weight on your back is trying to make you submit.
And you're already bent over, which compressing on the lungs, making it difficult to breathe.
100%. And again, Yuta is not slowing down that offensive. But now the chops here from Ali trying to slow down Yuta, but you notice Yuta's just coming at Ali. And think about it, if I'm Wheeler Yuta, my second match back in PWX since 2015, if I become the ITV champion, that would be huge. And we already talked about the fact that Wheeler is no stranger to gold around his waist, and though Ali at least was able to catch Wheeler in the moment, clothesline does connect.
And here comes Lucky Ali.
Inverted atomic drop. No. Quickly here.
Could be a slingshot.
And it is Wheeler finding his way into the second rope.
It's unusual to see the slingshot into the rope like that. Typically that move done into the turnbuckle as Ali goes through the ropes into the floor.
Yeah, you can see Ali was throwing all of his weight at Wheeler Yuta. Yuta gets out of the way. Wow! Off the top, taken out. Lucky Ali. What a high-flying display from Wheeler Yuta. And it's a good thing we have 20 seconds here, because these guys might need all 20 seconds to recover if there's any chance of this match continuing. Notice as soon as I said that, Wheeler Yuta got to his
was
feet.
fine.
It's like he heard you and said, nope, don't need it.
Yeah, don't underestimate me, guys. Wheeler Yuta, very impressive. So quickly back to his feet. Wheeler, the challenger, pushes the champion back into the ring. And in fact, challenger's on the top.
Picture perfect.
Do we have a new champion? Pinfall. Only a 2 count. You can see Yuta shocked, but as shocked as Yuta is not slowing down.
Says this is it.
Whatever Yuta was thinking, instead caught with that kick to the back of the head, and both men are down.
Could that have been Yuta's last flurry of offense?
Could it have been Lucky's?
True.
We talk about the 10 count when 2 men are down, and I'm not going to conjecture who will get up first, but this is definitely going to be an interesting moment in this matchup to see who is still in this thing in this moment.
Think about how much strength was used and all of the grappling at the beginning of this match. It's incredible the drive and engines of these 2 talented wrestlers.
Both men back to their feet, but you notice they're tangled up. They're thinking kind of the same thing. What can I do to the other here?
Punch him is good. I mean,
there you go, the forearm to the back there, and Lucky trying to fight off Wheeler.
Ducks under. Up. Headlock takeover.
That's a great counter from Wheeler Yuta, and the boot of Ali catching Wheeler. And again, I thought Wheeler was going to be outside of the ring, but instead ricocheting in is Yuta, but up and down. Pinfall. No. Oh. That cradle at the last moment by Ali, guys, I thought that was 3.
Yuta maybe should have stayed in the outside, taken a breather, regathered his thoughts, because he went right back into Lucky Ali's offense for a 2 10/11 pinfall.
What does Ali got in mind?
I think Ali's going to fly. You know, that reverse frog splash, one of his favorite moves.
And PWX faithful definitely behind Lucky Ali, but you notice it took Ali a bit of time before he began the offensive again on Yuta, and you're seeing right now.
Oh!
Angle slam connects.
Oh, no!
Pinfall. No. Somehow Ali kicks out.
Wow.
And I mean somehow.
What an innovative move. It was like an Olympic slam, but landed Lucky Ali right on his neck.
Yuta now, I think, and finally in the moment, noticing the fact that it really is an away game, albeit I'm starting to hear Yuta chants come back from the PWX faithful.
It is split among the crowd here in Rock Hill tonight.
Ali not able to hit that kick, and instead here's Yuta.
Cradle, no.
No, Ali with the
gets out.
escape.
Crucifix, 1, 2.
No, barely. Barely. Somehow, Yuta's able to persevere and inverted atomic drop connects.
He's hitting a fever pitch.
And Seguri, German suplex, rolling through. No!
If Yuta would have been able to get that bridge just a split second earlier,
New champ.
that would have been a new champ.
New champ, 100%, Brett. And I know Wheeler can realize it right now, and credit again to the young Lucky Ali, able to escape. That's the kind of thing you watch back later and you ask yourself, how did I do it? And you can see Yuta now with a handful of Lucky Ali's hair, and a little uncharacteristic from what we've seen from Yuta thus far, and now releasing it as Yuta, but I definitely see frustration on the face of Wheeler Yuta.
That one glance Yuta shot to the crowd when they were chanting for Lucky Ali.
Oh, no.
Motivated him. Oh, goodness.
Oh, not. Are you thinking
Oh,
Tombstone perhaps, and Ali, the counter, and
Gut wrench, standard pile driver
look at that
perhaps.
strength.
Up, into a power bomb.
pinfall.
What?
I was thinking maybe second for good measure. No, belly to belly overhead suplex. How? Pinfall. And Yuta is still in this thing.
He's in it somehow.
Into the corner, off the rope.
Lariat takes out Wheeler Yuta. Pinfall. Lucky Ali wins.
The winner of the match, and still PWX Innovative Television Champion, Lucky Ali.
And this young man, Lucky Ali, again victorious here at PWX. And tonight, the man he battled, Wheeler Yuta. We use the term often, pushing the champion to the limit, but man, I think all of the limits of Lucky Ali were tested here tonight, and somehow Ali was able to thwart the offensive of Wheeler Yuta.
Through all of the grappling at the beginning of the match, how it broke down to the end with insane high offensive maneuvers. Sometimes all it takes is a running clothesline to the back of the head.
Yeah, for 14 minutes plus, it could have been either way. Either man could have walked out of here the TV champion. In the end, that man, Lucky Ali, still your PWX Innovative Television Champion here at Heroes and Villains.
Perhaps having the best 2021 of anyone on the PWX roster is Lucky Ali.
Yeah, and again, Ali so adaptive, being able to face a challenger like Wheeler Yuta,